Hello there, and welcome to another edition of the Volleyball Coaches Show. I'm Jordan Bazeron with MuleRiderathletics.com. Joined alongside head volleyball coach Stephen Gream. Now, Coach, you guys went into Arkadelphia last night, and we got what we expected. You know, it's always a dogfight with OBU, and you guys ended up falling in 5. But it was a great match for your team, specifically Logan Talbert. She had 18 kills with a .556 attacking percentage. Is this the Logan that you expected to see all season long?
Yes, it is. I mean, this is Logan that we played last year. And Logan's had some good games along the way. We just want him more consistent, of course. But the main thing that allowed her to do what she does is our passing was a lot better, both on defense and on service receive, which allowed us to get her balls that she needs, not just force balls. And that allowed her to really be explosive, which is what is part of her game.
Now, you had 4 players in double-digit kills. You had 3 players with double-doubles. You lost in 5 sets. The stats were there. What do you go in the locker room and tell your team after a hard-fought match like that?
Well, first of all, I got to tell myself something first. You know, I've never lost a match where I was the leader in every statistical category. That goes to show you this rivalry we have with OBU is just a dogfight every time we play. I mean, it's going to go 5 every time we play, and it's back and forth. We just made key mistakes at key times that cost us the game, and that's what you tell your kids. Hey, you were right there. You did everything you possibly could. We just made a few more mistakes than they did, and that was at key times, and that was the name of the game right there.
Okay, let's move forward from that match. We have SNU tomorrow, another really good conference team. They're first in the conference in blocks per set, led by Taylor Jacobs, who we'll get to later. They're second in digs per set, and they're in the upper echelon of the offensive ranks. So what do you see from SNU coming in tomorrow?
Well, SNU's obviously has Taylor as one of the top players in the conference, leading them. But they also have other hitters that can go and put the ball away. They do kind of like we do. They're going to bounce the ball out a little bit and use Taylor as their focal point. They play really hardcore defense. They're being one of the top blocking teams and one of the top defensive teams as far as digs is concerned, which allows them to set more people. Basically, what we're trying to do with the arts program right now. So, you know, again, it's going to be just like an OBU game where their defense might not be as good as OBU. We don't know. We haven't seen them yet. But as far as playing that type of game, that's what we're expecting when we play them.
Now, speaking of hitting percentage, they're second in the GAC in opponent hitting percentage, but let's go back to your team. I mean, against Arkansas Monticello, they were first in the GAC in opponent hitting percentage, and you guys put up a .266 mark against them. What makes your team step up to the challenge and be so effective against good defensive teams?
Well, again, going back to what I said, what SNU tries to do, we have to pass well, and not only on defense but also on service receive as well, so we can spread the ball out. But it's not just outside show. We're setting middles. We're letting Logan get 18 kills. We're letting Ali O'Bannon do what she does. Our right side's now starting to hit a little bit, so it allows us to spread the ball out. Well, defenses can't just focus on one thing, which makes it easier for them. Now they have to focus on 5 different players, and that makes it really hard. Now, as far as Southern Nazarene, what makes them so good defensively is, yeah, they're going to touch the ball, but that block is pretty solid block up there. So that's going to slow a lot of balls down. It's going to get a lot of roll shots there. That's easy for the defense to pick up, so that's going to help those numbers be very good because it's easy pickings for their defense to pick up.
Now let's talk about Taylor Jacobs for a brief moment. She's first in the conference in kills per set, first in blocks per set, and points per set. I mean, she's an all-around player. What makes her so effective at the front of the net?
She gets set a ton. She is their go-to player. The game against Northwestern, she got set 19 more times than their outside hitters did. They're going to find her. Now, what makes her so effective is that she has different shots. She's going to hit from anywhere. She's going to hit 3. She's going to hit cross court from the outside. She's going to hit line from the outside. She's going to hit slides. She does multiple things that makes it hard for her defense to really key in on what she's going to do, because you think she's going to do one thing and she does something else. So it's kind of like an illusionist. You see something over here and then she's doing something over here, and that's what makes her so key. Plus, they keep feeding her the ball, and her defense is doing that very well.
Now, do you think your middle's up for the challenge?
Well, I don't think it's just the middles. I think everybody, because she hits from everywhere. So it's not just the middles that has to step up; it's the whole front line that has to step up. I think our middles can block with anybody. I mean, Ali O'Bannon's doing really good now. Logan's been doing pretty well. But it's not just them. I mean, if they're smart, they're going to stay away from our middles as much as possible. It's the wings is going to have to pick up the slack on the block and let their middles help them out a little bit.
So great passing, preventing Taylor Jacobs from having a great game. Are those the 2 key points for tomorrow's match?
And I would add one more thing to that. I say yes, but one more thing. We have to serve aggressive. We serve aggressive that keeps them from being allowed to set that middle. And that's what we did very well against OBU, I thought. We did a very good job of keeping them scrambling, and that's what we've got to do against Southern Nazarene. And any team, not just Southern Nazarene.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. Join us tomorrow at WT Watson Center at 4 p.m. Note the early start time. 4 p.m. tomorrow as the Lady Muleriders take on Southern Nazarene in another key conference GAC match. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks again, Coach.
Thank you.